Hey guys, welcome back to Vanguard Motor Sales. I'm Greg, and this is one badass Firebird, 1969, 6-liter LS Power, 4L80 trans. It is amazing. Full custom chassis underneath. Look at this beautiful car, man. The silver paint is slick as can be. As you can see, she's slammed down on the ground, looking amazing, man. This thing is a rocket ship, looking sweet. Man, you just do not see Firebirds done to this level. She is absolutely beautiful, man. This silver paint is slick as can be. Hood tack and all, man. Well, they got a faking everybody out, putting that 350 sticker on there, baby. Look at this. The interior's looking good. Door panel looking awesome. Custom steering wheel in there, custom shifter. She's looking awesome inside, guys. I'll tell you what, this is one of the baddest Firebirds I've ever seen. Got seat belts in the back. Absolutely gorgeous. Package tray looking good. Headliner looking awesome. The dash is all beautiful. Everything about this car sweet as can be. Door jambs all finished out, looking sweet, looking good. Threshold all brand new. Drag radials on the back, sticking that power down to the ground. And the silver, man, you want to talk about Quicksilver? This is Quicksilver right here, baby. Check this beauty out. We'll get inside the trunk here, see what's going on in there. Everything's finished out in here. Batteries mounted inside the trunk. Look at that. New rubber. The finish on the bottom side of the deck lid's all brand new. She's gorgeous, even down the passenger side. Check that finish out. Straight as an arrow. Paintwork, bodywork off the hook on this car. Now at Vanguard Motor Sales, we don't do any consignment work whatsoever. We own every one of our cars here at Vanguard. Right now we've got about 200 cars in stock. And the first thing we do to every one of the cars when we get them in here to the shop is get them up in the air and check them out and inspect them so we can tell you all about the cars when you call Tom at 248-974-9513. Now Tom is answering his phone 7 days a week and practically 24 hours a day. So you can call him anytime you'd like. So make sure you check us out on Facebook, our website at vanguardmotorsales.com, Instagram. We're on all the social medias. Now I've been in the business for about 35 years and I'm using that experience every day so I can help you pick out your dream car. All right, we're in our Firebird now, and I tell you what, it is an amazing car. Now, I have driven this car out on the expressway, and it is a rocket ship. It is nasty outside today, so we're not gonna be driving it today in the video. As soon as it is nice, we will be adding the driving video to the video. Now, guys, we can deliver this car anywhere in the world, so call Tom anytime at 248-974-9513. Now, Tom answers his phone 7 days a week and practically 24 hours a day, so you can call him anytime. Don't forget, we do financing too. Tom will take care of all that paperwork for you. You don't have to do a thing but make that phone call. And we are very close to the airport, so if you want to fly in and check this baby out in person, we would love to have you. And we're open on Saturdays till 2 o'clock. We've got 2 locations here in Detroit. Our shops are only about 1.5 miles apart. You may have to go over to the other shop to check out the inventory because we do have well over 200 cars in stock. Now we're going to get them up in the air for you. You can send an inspector, whatever you want. Guys, the car is amazing. You can see down here on the dash, it's got aftermarket gauges that are in a stock location. She's beautiful. We've got a custom Grant steering wheel here. We've got a custom shifter. It's got the 6-liter. The thing is grease lightning, slam down on the ground. It's an amazing ride, guys. So stick with us. We're gonna put it up in the air for you right now so you can check out the undercarriage. Then we're gonna pop the hood and take a look at that 6-liter LS Power.
All right, guys, this is the underside of our 69 Restomod Firebird. Now, Greg unfortunately had to take a step out, so I'm going to be finishing this video up with you guys. So, starting from the back forward, as we always do. You can see here that our fuel tank has actually, it looks to be like a factory-style fuel tank that has been modified, and they had to do that because of the heavy tub on this car. So you can see here the exhaust actually runs alongside of these little flatted spots here on the tank here. Speaking of the exhaust, it looks to be all TIG welded stainless, which is all really nice. Another cool point about the exhaust is it's all take apartable, I guess you should say. It's got like slip joints and V-bands, everything that holds the thing together. So you could take this exhaust completely off here if you ever wanted to service anything. As far as the differential goes, Ford 8.8. Now the chassis shop that did all the work on this car, very extensive work on this. As we move forward, you're going to start to see some really crazy stuff going on. So they set it all up to be 4-link, big heavy duty strength, like all like the mounting points and whatnot. A lot of it seems to be very much so adjustable. Same thing with our suspension here in the back holding everything up. We have fully adjustable dampers and ride control here on our fully adjustable coilover shocks. On either end here we do have Wilwood disc brakes, drilled and slotted rotors of course, stainless lines. They actually went to the trouble of actually bending up a nice pretty brake line, installing the clips and everything with all the, like I said, the stainless braided flex hose. So moving forward to that, now once again, when I was talking about the chassis on this car, looks to me like they took the entire floorboard out of this car and then rebuilt the underneath of this car from scratch. And they did a really, really nice job with it. Obviously they had a brake, obviously they had a bead roller, and obviously they knew how to do a lot of nice square tubing work here. So basically this car is far more rigid than it probably ever was from the factory and ever will, will be again. So, moving forward to that, it looks like we got a MagnaFlow muffler here. It looks like they laid our heat insulation in here very, very nicely. Looks very professionally done, along with our fuel line up there, nice and pinned straight. Moving forward of all of that, looks like a custom trans mount. As far as the transmission goes, this is a 4L80. It would be a 4-speed, one of GM's more heavy-duty, more modern style transmissions. Now, see here, this is the underside of our 6-liter cast iron block Chevy V8, a little more modern once again. And as far as our front suspension goes, now that we're back up here, we have, looks like it's all part of the car here, all welded to it. It is a like tubular style K member here, I guess, your removable front member here. And attached to all that looks like a modern GM lower and upper arms, along with fully adjustable shocks up here as well. Once again, you got, I believe you get damper control and ride height control. Heim jointed tie rod ends. We do have rack and pinion steering, obviously, power. And as far as the brakes go, I was told these were actually Corvette brakes on this thing. You can see the back of our 2-piece wheel here, all looking very, very nice. And if you look right here, once again, even the front frame rails are all custom made for this thing. So overall, very, very high-end chassis work on this car, very well built. So coming around to the side, we do have a set of Michelin tires on there. I believe these are 18s if I remember correctly. I do. 18, so 275/35 ZR18, Z being a little more of a sportier tire. As you heard me say, this is a 2-piece wheel. CCR makes this. Very, very nice looking car. And when this thing sits down on the ground, it tucks wheel pretty good. It's got a very aggressive stance. Coming around to the other side, or I should say the back side, same good looking type of wheel here, but quite a bit thicker. So Mickey Thompson's here in the back, P345/35 R18s back here. A little more of a grippier tire, very soft compound. At least it feels like that's a very soft compound. Very nice paint work even under here. You really can't tell from this point that the car's got such a wide tire on it. So that all being said, and go to look at what's making all the power underneath the hood. All right, guys, as far as the engine goes, kind of go along with the 4L80 transmission here. We do have a 6-liter GM V8 here, so this would be a little more modern. Cast iron block, aluminum heads. I believe this to be like probably a truck engine, and it would make sense with the 4L80E. As far as its fuel injection setup goes, here we have a set of Holley EFI rails. Now I believe it to be a stock computer that's running everything, that's just probably been tuned. Wilson manifold here, I believe this is a 2-part manifold here where you can kind of change the intake runner, if I'm not mistaken, on this one to kind of tune the intake, I guess, if you will. Drive-by-wire throttle body on it, serpentine belt just as they would have come. Everything looks to be like the shrink wrap style of hose clamps, so a little more show-car-y up here. As far as your inner fenders go, these were all, to my knowledge, these were all like custom hand-laid carbon fiber. So both here, and then both of your closeout panels up here. Obviously, looks to be an aftermarket aluminum radiator sitting in the thing here. Same thing, we got an electric fan up here. Nice filter element. Now the headers for this car, I was told, were also custom made for the car, stainless headers to match the exhaust. Cleaned up firewall, obviously, as you can see. You can see looks to be like a little MSD box type sort of thing hiding behind the brake booster there, like a little module, if you will. Chromed out brake booster and master cylinder. Wiper motor looks to be a little more like a more modern style. AN lines feeding everything. I mean, overall, and once again, too, we got big old tube chassis type stuff going here as far as like the bracing for all of this. So overall, very high-end, very custom-built car. For what I understand, it drives very, very nicely, and of course, with it being a little more modern engine, perfectly reliable. Overall, very nice build, and this is one that I would invite you guys to come on in, take a look. So call Tom with the number below. Let Vanguard Motor Sales pack this Firebird in your driveway.